I'm seeing 7. Is everyone else seeing 7? Okay. Good evening, everyone. I know this is a little bit of a throwback, but hopefully everybody is home safe and sound. We did this out of an abundance of caution. So thank you to all of our esteemed public service workers who are getting our roads straight and keeping them clear so that we can have a delayed opening tomorrow. We will jump right into the agenda. Please bear with us as we navigate, getting back to a virtual world. Okay, so calling the meeting to order. Pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act, public notice of this meeting has been given by the board secretary in the following manner: posting written notice on the official bulletin board at the Voorhees Township Public Schools Administrative Building on August 4th, 2025, sending written notice to the Courier Post on August 4th, 2025, filing written notice with the clerk of Voorhees Township on August 4th, 2025, and posting on the Voorhees Township website on August 4th, 2025. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Board Secretary, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Bryce? Ms. Kedover?
Here.
Ms. Kedover? Mrs. Munyon? Mr. Rosen?
Here.
Mr. Rosner?
Here.
Mrs. Rudder?
Here.
Mrs. Smythe?
Here.
Mrs. Stewart?
Here.
Mrs. Watson?
Here.
For Mrs. Munyon, was she able to log on?
I think she's still trying.
Yeah. You'll adjust the record when she joins. Perfect.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. I don't believe we have an executive session. We are moving right into the board minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the November 17th, 2025 regular board meeting?
So moved.
Second, Rudder.
Online voting is open, but I can call your name if you'd like. Okay, Mrs. Munyon probably isn't here yet, so I'm not present. Mr. Rosen?
Yes.
Okay.
Or aye.
Aye. And Mrs. Stewart?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. 8 yeses, 1 not present.
And getting motion to approve the minutes of the January 7th, 2026 regular board meeting.
So moved, Rudder.
Second, Rosner.
Online voting is open. I would like to correct what I said before. We have 1 absent, so there was 7 yeses, 1 not present, and 1 absent. Okay, Mr. Rosen?
Aye.
And Mrs. Munyon? No, not here. Okay. All right, let's see. 1, 2. 6 yes, 1 abstain, 1 not present. Motion carries.
Great, thank you. No president's comments. The fire drills and safety drills are on the attachment. Harassment, intimidation, and bullying report also on the attachment. Suspensions on the attachment. And there is a revised enrollment report that is also on the attachment. We have 4 Oprah requests. They've all been closed. You can see those on the attachment as well. Moving to board secretary report.
Thank you. We'll start with the audit. Our audit has been finished for the 24-25 school year. We have no audit findings or recommendations, so we're very happy about that. It was a successful audit. What's attached for the public is a copy of the summary audit report. That's something that we need to present tonight. Anyway, so included on the audit summary report is a balance sheet that shows the general fund, which is our main fund that we use, the special revenue fund, which reflects grants, and the capital projects fund, which represents any kind of long-term capital project, which we currently have 3 ROD grant projects, which are 2 boilers and an HVAC system that's wrapping up now. And also the ECDC was in that as well. So you'll see the balance sheet there, and it goes through the assets, liabilities, fund balance detail. And then it goes on to the income statement, which is called the statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balance. And again, it shows the 3 funds and how they operate. So really, that's just, these are like summary financial statements. And then the very last page just shows that there's no audit recommendations. Another part of the audit is the audit report itself is called an ACFR, and that is also on the agenda later for approval. Included in that, they also report on enterprise fund. Enterprise fund is like, it stands on its own, meaning food service and CER. So CER, the goal is always to break even. We ended at a little bit of a loss this year, and CER is self-supportive. So both of those are included in the audit itself. And the audit also categorizes, like you're seeing on the report, the summary report, what's in fund balance. So it shows our reserve balances and what can be applied to next year. So it was a clean audit. We're very happy about it. And I'd like to thank the assistant BA, Ms. Curie, for all of her work, because she pretty much oversees the audit, deals with the auditors, and I just kind of do a little bit of it. She does most of this. So I thank her very much for this, and also our staff for all their hard work. We don't like audit recommendations, and we do our best not to get them. So everybody in the business office and everybody in the schools that do a good job with their purchasing, we're very happy about that. So thank you. The next item is the ASSA, and that's the application for state school aid. Every year on October 15th, all school districts have to count their students. So back in the information section where you see the revised enrollment report, that's really an internal report that kind of reflects the ASSA. So it shows what our enrollment is, and state aid is based on enrollment. And there's various categories of enrollment that have different dollar amounts attached to them. So it's very important for us to get that right as possible on October 15th. Which we did. We did fine, and our auditors also review that to make sure they don't see it, make sure we didn't miss anything. So that was also clean. But the notable increase is in preschool. So our on-roll number went from 3,231. I mean, it is 3,231 this year. It was 2,976 last year. So we had an increase of 255 students on roll, which 227 relate to preschool. And at the preschool providers, we had an increase of 26 students. So overall, our increase is 281 students for the year, but the bulk of it really relates to preschool. Okay, the next item is the Burlington County Insurance Pool Joint Insurance Fund Awards. Every year, we're part of what we call the JIF. It's an insurance pool of many school districts, and that helps to like smooth out risks, and it makes the insurance more affordable. So every year they hold an awards dinner, and they give out dollar amounts based on claims and how quickly you process your claims and that type of thing. So we were awarded $3,500 this year, which we're always happy about. And Mr. Rosen attended the meeting with us, the dinner with us, and there were also people from our staff. But the best part of the night is Mr. Mathis won the Safety Star of the Year award. So we're very proud of him and all of his efforts to keep our schools safe. Yeah. So that was a really nice night too. So he got an award, he got a little trophy, and we were really proud of that. And then leading to the next information with Mr. Mathis, every year, as I always mention, whenever the schools are closed, the Buildings and Grounds Department is very, very busy doing things as fast as they can while the buildings are closed. So during winter break, some of the projects they did at Signal Hill, there was a section of concrete in the front of the main entrance that was demolished and repoured to address a tripping hazard. VMS, an expansion tank, was installed on the backflow preventer to address a water pressure issue. 2 rooms were painted for future classroom use. The wood gym floor was refinished. At Crescent, a gutter and drain were cleaned and completed. HVAC work was done on 2 units. At ECDC, the back ramp where the buses go through had ponding of water. So there was work that was performed then to put in a drain along the whole length of it. So that was completed actually on January 7th. Wiring for a playground light, the camera to oversee the playground. Playground light was installed, electrical panel, E.T. Hamilton intruder locks were being installed. We're doing that throughout the whole district. So each school is being addressed during breaks. And at Osage, an expansion tank was installed on the backflow preventer to address the water pressure issue. And alarm systems were tested at all sites to make sure everything was working. So that's a lot of stuff in a short amount of time, but they do a great job as usual. And one thing I really want to point out is there's something on the agenda a little bit later under retirements, and we're very sad for us, but we're very happy for him. So Mr. Mathis has announced his retirement, and that is on the agenda. So this is a good time just to mention it because of all the wonderful things that have taken place over the last, I guess, 25 years. And we were really happy that he got the Safety Star Award this year too. The timing was perfect as well. So Mr. Mathis, congratulations. And we look forward to the months that we still have with you, but we're very happy for you. We will miss you. The next item, Acme gift card donation. We've been fortunate since 2020 to apply every year for a grant to get money from Acme Gen Youth. And it's typically in the form of food gift cards. And so this particular time, we got $1,250 worth. They're $50 cards for $25 each. And they're divided up amongst the schools. And then the schools hold on to them, and then they give them out to families in need. So that's been really nice, and it's been happening since COVID. The next thing is School Board Recognition Month. So we would like to acknowledge all of our school board members and all the time and effort that you put in all the time, throughout the years, and many years some of you have put in. But we really, we would like to recognize you. We plan on doing that in person today, but there is a resolution attached acknowledging all of your hard work, dedication, and effort to the district, and we're very thankful. So thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. I will reserve my comments about Clark later. I'm sure we have lots of them. And quite frankly, I don't know if I'm going to move to pass it. So that's what Clark gets. But moving on to superintendent report.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I just want to start off this evening just by saying it's with a heavy heart that I inform you of the passing of a Voorhees Middle School custodian, John Dilks, on December 24th. Mr. Dilks began working for the district in 2019, and upon the district's return from winter break, we put memorial bunting in front of VMS, and it remained there for a week. And the bunting served as a symbol of our mourning and a reflection on his life and service to our school community. So please keep his family in your thoughts and prayers. He will truly be missed, and we always want to acknowledge when one of our own has passed away, and we will just definitely keep that family in our thoughts. So as we celebrate Board Appreciation Month to my dear board members, I'm reminded of the powerful words by author and educator Dr. Stephen Covey. Dr. Covey says, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. This quote perfectly embodies the selfless dedication of our school board members. Your leadership and volunteer service are a reflection of your unwavering commitment to our students, staff, and the entire school community. Thank you for giving of your time, your expertise, your energy to ensure that our district continues to thrive and evolve. Through your guidance, we are able to create an environment where every student has the opportunity to succeed. Your efforts play a key role in shaping the future in Voorhees Township, and for that, we are truly grateful. This is a volunteer job, and we are so happy that you have chosen to do it and to support our students. So happy Board Appreciation Month. You're appreciated now, but you're also appreciated always. So I hope you enjoy this time. On the agenda this evening, we do have several staff resignations, and I want to thank those individuals for their service and wish them well in their next steps. As a routine practice, exit interviews are conducted with the immediate supervisor when a resignation is submitted. These conversations help us to understand why staff are leaving and allow us to address any concerns related to working conditions or retention if needed. Based on our exit interviews, none of tonight's resignations were related to individuals' working experience in the district. The reasons range from career advancement, including one staff member who, with the support of the district, earned certification to teach high school science. Also, salary opportunities and personal decisions. We are already in the process of filling several of the positions, and I'm happy to share that we extended offers to fill 4 of the 8 positions, including 3 classroom teachers. Again, I wish all of them very well, and I thank them for their time and effort in our district. I'd like to honor and recognize Mr. Kramer, Osage Principal. He was honored by the Voorhees Breakfast Rotary Club on January 22nd as a recipient of the Service Above Self Award. This recognition could not be more fitting for a leader who consistently goes above and beyond, championing students, supporting staff, and partnering with families. Congratulations to Mr. Kramer. I'd also like to acknowledge 2 of our VMS teachers, Julie Elliott and Tara Dark. They have been selected to participate on the Mathematics Content Development Review Committee for the state's assessments. They will be invited to join fellow committee members and New Jersey Department of Education staff for important mathematics assessment development activities. This is a great honor, and the selection process was very competitive. We are very proud of Ms. Elliott and Ms. Dark. We are excited about our upcoming March in Service as it has been thoughtfully designed in response to staff feedback and suggestions. At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Moskowitz to prepare to give just a brief overview of the in-service. And I also like to announce that E.T. Hamilton's student presentation has been moved to our March meeting. Mr. Moskowitz.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education and members of the public. I'm excited to share that based directly on teacher survey feedback, our March 20th in service will offer energizing academic sessions and rejuvenating wellness options so educators have leave both equipped and recharged. On the academic side, we're offering engaging, gifted, and talented presentations, plus hands-on workshops for our kindergarten to 2 and grades 3 to 5 offered by our wonderful instructional coaches. An insightful University of Florida literacy session with one of our distinguished educators from Osage, practical classroom behavior strategies from our district board certified behavior analysts, augmentative and alternative communication supports and strategies from our speech therapists, and the NJEA is going to have a presentation on who we are and what we bring. These sessions target the exact literacy, behavior assessment, and equity support teachers have asked for in our surveys. For wellness, teachers can choose from yoga, meditation, stress management, nutrition education, crafts, pickleball, or chair massage, which will all be held at our middle school. These activities are all designed to restore energy and focus. This in-service blends high-impact professional learning with meaningful self-care so our staff return to students inspired and better focused and better prepared. We're thrilled to offer this, and we're grateful to the survey that input and shaped it. Thank you.
Board President, that ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving to audience participation. Anyone wishing to address the board, please raise your hand. Once you raise your hand, I guess we'll see who it is so that we can log it. While the board is limited in its ability to respond to the public on matters involving personnel, litigation, negotiations, and attorney-client privilege, the board will now hear comments from the public relating to the items on the agenda for this board meeting. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. The board will not take action this evening. You will be notified at some later time by letter, electronic mail, telephone, or in the context of a later board meeting of any action the board does take. Mr. Pettit-Demange.
Good evening. Hope everyone's doing well. Congratulations to Mr. Clark. I'm sorry, Clark Matthews, on his retirement. Also to them on the snow. I drove by today. I was just doing errands and the schools look great. I just had two questions on policies. I really didn't get a chance to look at them, so I probably normally wouldn't have the question. But on the nepotism policy bylaws, on page 2 of 3, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, we're now revising it that a district board member or a superintendent can have a position in the district, a relative or something. I was just wondering if that was what's happening. And once again, it always seems strange to keep out somebody who is just because they know somebody. I just was curious if that was a change. And then I feel bad asking it, but item 2 for the employment of the chief administrator, because I know Dr. Hackett gave her notice to leave, but not till next year. I noticed on the criteria, it just said criteria established by the Board of Education. I was just curious when that is done, who would have the input on that? If it was current board members, administration, et cetera, whatever criteria you're looking for when Dr. Hackett retires. Those are my only 2 questions. Thank you so much.
Excellent. I mean, I can answer as it relates to the superintendent search. I've been involved with quite a few. We will be taking input for criteria from both the board, obviously, administration, as well as the community. We usually do several different processes to gather that input and create the criteria overall. So it's input from all different facets within the district.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I don't see any other hands raised, but I want to make sure that I'm looking at the tool correctly. Is that right? Okay. Great. Moving on to the business portion of the meeting. As we moved into the business portion of our meeting, we want to recognize that it may appear as if the board takes action with very little comment and in many cases a unanimous vote. Before an item is placed on the board agenda, it is thoroughly reviewed by the superintendent and administration. The superintendent then presents the recommended action to the appropriate board committee and works with the committee to ensure that the members fully understand the recommendation. Once the committee is satisfied, the item is placed on a board agenda for discussion and action at a public meeting. Board agendas are made available to board members several days in advance of the meeting, giving us ample time to review the agenda and have all of our questions answered. Further, we are kept up to date between meetings on the ongoing work of the administration and the important issues of the district, in the district. All of these efforts ensure that we are well informed and prepared to take action at our meetings. Okay. Moving to policy. Ms. Branch Stewart, can you please provide the policy report?
Certainly. The policy committee met on January 20th for an hour. Dr. Hackett, Mr. Moskowitz, and board member Crystal Munyon and I were present. The committee discussed and recommends full board approval for all of the policy items on tonight's agenda, which include, for first read, policy 0142.1, nepotism, policy 1220, employment of chief school administrator, policy and regulation 1552, sexual harassment staff, policy and regulation 2530, resource material, and policy and regulation 2535, library material. For second read, we reviewed policy 9280, parent conferences. And I do note that there is a minor typo in the 5th paragraph that will be corrected. It's a spelling error. The committee also discussed abolishing policy and regulation 3362 and 4352, our current sexual harassment policy and regulations, after second read of policy and regulation 1552, which I mentioned just a moment ago. Our next meeting is scheduled for February 17th. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the following policies and/or our regulations for first read?
So moved, Stewart.
Second.
Online voting is open. The motion unanimously passes.
Can I get a motion to approve the following policy for second read?
So moved, Stewart.
Second, Rudder.
Online voting is open. The motion unanimously passes.
Word solicitor, can I move for a second motion under a motion that I'm asking for?
Meaning, can you make the second?
Yeah.
You can if you wish.
Okay. I just wanted a point of clarification. Thank you so much. I'm the one that's off mute trying to figure out how to speed us along. Okay.
Understood.
There we go. Excellent. Moving to academic excellence, Miss Rudder, can you please provide the academic excellence committee report?
Absolutely. The Academic Excellence Committee met on Tuesday, January 20th, for over an hour. It was Dr. Hackett, Mr. Moskowitz, myself, Ms. Kedover, Ms. Smythe, and Ms. Branch Stewart. We had conversations about the literacy program training that has come from the state for administrators and teachers. Administrators found value in the training, and teachers will receive the training in the spring. We talked about the Summer Learning Academy attendance for 2025. We had a conversation about the transition meeting that took place between Eastern, Voorhees, Gibbsboro, and Berlin Borough. And then we talked about new information that is coming out about the impact of technology in classrooms and the possibility of looking at new ways to reduce technology in classrooms. And that is all. Thank you. Our next meeting is February 25th.
Great. Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve all of the items under curriculum?
So moved.
Second.
Online voting is open. The motion unanimously passes.
Mr. Rosner, can I please get a personnel committee report?
Yes, the Personnel Committee met on January 22nd. In attendance, myself, Mr. Rosen, Ms. Watson, Ms. Rudder, Dr. Hackett, Ms. Donnelly, Board Counsel, Mr. Moskowitz. Whew. We heard an HIB appeal, and we're recommending the action listed on the agenda in 15.26. We revisited a conversation about a homeless residency appeal. There's no action to be taken at this time. We discussed Mr. Mathis' retirement, which we were sad about, and joked that it was our fault because we stay late after the meeting sometimes. So my apologies, Mr. Mathis. We love you. Thank you. And we talked about the resignations in preschool and the IAs and discussed the various reasons for them. And as Dr. Hackett said, all the exit interviews indicated that there was just other opportunities there and there was nothing wrong with the district. And we discussed the current practice of substitute teachers and lunch aides working in the same school as their children and what the parameters around that are and should be. And we're going to recommend writing a policy to memorialize the current practice. So I'm sure there's more coming on that. We discussed the Thomson Reuters Clear ID, which will assist the district with identifying when residents move out of the district. So we asked for more information on that. No action. And we discussed the rezoning for the school year 26-27 for E.T. Hamilton and Osage. That's everything. Thanks.
Great. Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve all of the items under personnel as recommended by the superintendent?
So moved, Rudder.
Second.
Second, Rosen.
Rosen, okay. Online voting is open. The motion unanimously passes.
Ms. Munyon, can I have the Finance Committee report, please?
Yes, the Finance Committee met on Wednesday, January 21st. Present was Helen Haley, Danielle Curie, Dr. Hackett, Richard Rosen, and myself. We discussed the items on the agenda under Finance, Transportation, Building and Grounds, and recommended for approval. We discussed the change orders at the VEC, DC, and sewer extension. No further action at this time. We are exploring options to decrease overcrowding at E.T. Hamilton. No action at this time. We discussed increased enrollment planning, additional housing approvals, and the Maya Roto Field topics, and communication with the township is ongoing. We discussed the 24-25 audit being completed, and the 26-27 budget planning has been started. We discussed the Clear ProFlex program for residency verification. The next Finance Committee meeting will be on Wednesday, February 18th.
Great, thank you. Can I get a motion to approve all of the items under Finance?
So moved.
Second, Rosen.
Online voting is open. The motion unanimously passes.
Can I get a motion to approve all of the items under Transportation?
So moved.
Second, Rosen.
Online voting is open. The motion unanimously passes.
Get a motion to approve all of the items under Buildings and Grounds?
So moved.
So moved.
Second,
Online voting is open. The motion unanimously passes.
Thank you. Anyone wishing to address the board, please raise your hand and I will call on you. While the board is limited in its ability to respond to the public on matters involving personnel, litigation, negotiations, and attorney-client privilege, the board will now hear comments from the public. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. The board will not take action this evening. You will be notified at some later time by letter, electronic mail, telephone, or in the context of a later board meeting of any action the board does take. Mr. Pettitamage.
Good evening again. I also wanted to congratulate Mary Thompson for her retirement, but I did have one question from Mr. Rosner as far as the rezoning. I see Hamilton's population is about 539. How many students is anticipated going back to Osage from the rezoning? And is there a cap number for class size at any point? Is there a number that once you hit so many, you would create a new classroom? And my other question is, I'm sure thought has been given to it as far as the approved development over by Osage. I'm not sure the exact completion date, but it's pretty substantial what they're proposing. If it's 2 years out, I'm sure we can tackle that when it gets there. I just wasn't sure how we have that, what our ideas are. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We will get back to you at a later board meeting. I don't see any additional questions. Opening up to comments from the board. I have a couple of comments, but happy to hear my fellow board members. Should anyone else have a comment first? Okay, I'm going to dive right in. I just have a couple of comments. The first, I want to congratulate Mr. Kramer on his award. So thank you. Second, thank you so much for a successful audit. I know that is a ton of work. So thank you to Helen and Danielle and the entire team for all of the time and effort. And what an amazing accomplishment to have no findings. So it's really a feat, but it's a testament to how financially responsible this district is and how we take great care of every dollar that we have. What I'm going to just say briefly, I go to a lot of different schools as part of my daughter dances extensively around all of South Jersey and mid Jersey, Central Jersey, whatever we want to call it, North Jersey. I've been to a lot of schools. And there is something to be said for how clean and safe and beautiful our classrooms are. And that is because of Clark Mathis and his team. I feel like he is part of my family. I have absolutely loved and adored him from the moment I met him. He is willing to do anything and everything for the students in our district to ensure that they are safe and to ensure that their schools and classrooms are safe. He is such a gem of a human being, and this is such a significant loss to our district. I personally am going to feel it, but our district is going to feel it. And I just, there aren't enough words to say how incredibly grateful and appreciative I am for his service to this district for as long as we've had him. I'm so happy that he won the Star Award. He deserved it. He deserves a million more. And I can't wait to say many more beautiful things about him closer to his actual retirement. I do also want to congratulate Ms. Thompson for her retirement. It's hard to see teachers leave, and that's why we take it so seriously and do the exit interviews and ensure that our teachers are happy and fulfilled in the district. And so it's tough to see people getting other opportunities, although we wish them all the greatest of luck in their next endeavors. That is all from me. Seeing no other comments, I'm going to move. Again, we do not have executive session again. Our next meeting date is February 25th at 7 p.m. in the administration building. Let's hope that it's in person and not virtually. But I do appreciate the district for being so incredibly flexible and getting everything done in virtual quickly and seamlessly. And with all of that, can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So
So
moved,
moved.
Stewart.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye.